Newmai, who got gold medalist from Guwahati University. So most of the educationists are got their education from Assam, mostly from Guwahati. Today in Delhi, whenever I look at students in Delhi, there are students who are very serious in their studies, but half of them are no longer serious in their studies. They started looking for an easier job. They started looking for earning, but most of them, I'm sorry to say that it seems they don't have future. I may be wrong to say, but I would like to say they are spoiled people. But in Guwahati, I can still see that people, our children, are still very serious in their studies. And I would like to congratulate all of you for doing very, very seriously, and I hope you will all be successful in whatever you plan to do for the future. Zeliangrong's people are unfortunately divided and placed in three states. In fact, it was a policy of British government of that time, and India unfortunately followed the same policy. The British decided to put the Zeliangrongs into different administrative unit because Zeliangrong peoples were one of the first community of this part of the country who confronted the Britishers. Pou Jadonang, as the entire nation knows about him, dared to challenge the British Empire. The British authorities tried to find faults on him, arrest him and hang him. He was only 26 years old when he was hanged. But before he was arrested, before he was hanged, he tried to bring the Zeliangrongs together. His vision was much ahead of anyone of that time among the entire community. He liked to dress a decent dress. He put on cap, he ride horse. For that, the SDO of Tamengong asked him to remove his cap and dismount the horse. He refused to do it because to him, he is the master of the place where he lives, not the Britishers. He refused to obey the Britishers, so he was arrested. He dared to challenge the Britishers. At the same time, he went on with a very important mission to stop inter-village war. Those days, one village fight with another village for no reason, in fact. Just want to be superior, stronger, or whatever. And Jadonang was the first person who campaigned against fighting with each other from among the village. He campaigned not only among the Zeliangrongs, but in the entire Naga community, wherever he can reach. He had traveled even to the present Nagaland state and campaigned against disunity among the Nagas. And it was Jadonang who had first saw the seed of unity among the Zeliangrongs and among the Naga people. He is also known as a social reformer. Those of you who are studying social anthropology might have come across this. I did my MA in social anthropology, so I came across about him. He is also known as a religious reformer. Why I mentioned about him today is that your team is all about unity. This Zeliangrong Meet is to bring all the Zeliangrong people together. God has a purpose for creating community. To me, the main purpose is when you belong to a single community, Zeliangrongs are a single community in America. We should always remember that we have the responsibility of one another. One bad thing about our people, sometimes we are jealous of one another. Sometimes we don't care much on each other. That brings disunity and weakens our society. Now let us begin from ourselves to unite our people together, to carry the responsibility of good things together. Let us also try to learn each other's dialect. If I go to Toksen, that is one subdivision in Manipur, I speak language, Zeliangrong all could understand. A Rongmei speaks Rongmei, everyone can understand. A Zeliang speaks Zeliang, everyone can understand. Of course, a platform like this, sometimes we speak English, we conduct in English, that's fine. But let us try to learn each other's dialect. And let us not forget to learn our own dialect. Young people today, not all, but some people, some of us, did not value our own dialect. Our children don't speak our dialect. Dialects brings the family together in there. So we should not forget that our children learn our dialect. English, Hindi, Assamese, Manipuri, Nagamese, you will learn. In any case, you will learn. You have to learn it. Because the moment you step out of your house, you have to learn one of this dialect, one of this language. But at home, we have to teach our children on dialect. Otherwise, they have no place to learn. And another thing, you may find it funny, but let me tell you, I'm very serious about this. Our children, young people, college going students or university students or research scholar students, most of you are spinsters, bachelor, you come across a beautiful young man or woman. It is natural for everybody that when you find someone who likes you or you likes, please first know which clan he belongs. Sometimes many young people happen to have a very good relationship, not knowing that he or she is a very close family member of your clans. And in fact, that's a taboo for the Zeliangrong community or for the others. And this culture we have not taken very seriously. This is one important culture that we should not forget. You must marry, you must have a family from another clan. Then you will have very good offspring. That we must not take it very lightly. Very close blood relationship. Our forefather, though they are not literate, says does not produce good offspring. Another thing, as Zeliangrong people, if we look at our old villages, the stones that our forefathers have erected, can 100 of us can carry that stone? I think it's not possible. Most of the stones, 100 of us together would not be able to leave it. But they erect it. And that also they brought from 15, 20, 30 kilometers away from the spot where they have erected. Our forefather says that they know the magic how to carry stone. But there's another part. In any case, physically they have to carry. That shows that they were much taller than us, much stronger than us, our forefathers. But today we're becoming smaller and smaller. Is it because of the biological effect? Was it because of our food habit? Was it because of the climate? I don't know. Scientifically, there must be something, but I, as a layman, I don't know. This is one very visible thing that changes have come into this generation. But if we look at Japanese are known to be small people during the Second World War. They are known to be very small people. The Western people call them a tiny people. But today their heights is same as the Western people now. We have grown smaller, the Japanese have grown taller, bigger. Our young people were studying at different disciplines. I think we should also understand, study why we are growing smaller and smaller. Except for some few exceptional people who are 5 feet 6, 7, but in average, my height and below my height. And our children will be growing shorter and shorter. And after some years, who knows, we'll all be dwarf. But why Japanese people are growing taller, bigger, stronger physically? We should also be mindful of our body. Let us also not forget our culture. Nowadays, people of these generations, including us who happen to just step into these generations, when we sit together, 5 or 6 of us sit together, we sit together in 12 by 12 square feet rooms, yet we're far away from each other with mobiles. We're not talking to each other, we're talking somewhere. We're looking, watching at something else. Use the technological advancement for our benefit. But today, we're wasting our time on this, most of us. And I would like to advise young people not to be misled by others or by your own selves. Don't unnecessarily spend your time in unnecessary arguments through the medias. Don't waste your time on that. Use your mobile, your laptop, your computer for your benefit. Otherwise, don't waste your time. Most of us today, I'm sorry if I'm wrong to all of you or most of you, we sat in our laptop, we look at some very important articles for half an hour, we watch unnecessary thing for 2 hours, sitting at your study table. And most of the young people join in unnecessary arguments, concentrate in the subject that you wanted to be specialized and be master, be good in that. Don't try to be master of everything. Try to be good in one thing and be useful to everyone on the subject that you are studying. Our people today, most of us are graduate, master degree holders, but in real sense, we are not master in the subject that we mastered. We hold the certificate. So I would like to advise my young friends to concentrate, be master in the subject that you are studying. Don't try to be master of everything. When somebody argue or somebody discuss about politics, you join in. When somebody in the media discuss about something else, you join in. Don't do that. Today, literacy rate has almost reached in our community also 70 to 90. In urban areas, 50 to 60 in rural areas, but very few are mastered relations in the subject that they pass. So let us try to be mastered in the subject that you study. And let us also never forget one thing, your culture, your history. Without culture, without history, you will be called a lost people. And these lost people will be called refugees. And these refugees are called landless people. They own nothing, having nothing. They have no rights on anything on this earth, except the mercy of somebody else. So, our culture, our traditions will give you the rights of anything that you belongs. If you have no culture, if you have no tradition, then you will lose everything. Today we wear this Western dress. We speak Western language. But don't try to be Englishman. Don't try to be Americans. Don't try to be a Frenchman. Be what you are. Learn all the dialects, learn all the language, learn all the culture, but be what you are. Be a Zeliangrong. In everything. Nowadays, our young people say, yes, this is fasting, this is sadistic, this is uncivilized culture. But you came from there. You are not just, you don't fall from sky. You grew up from that society. And we sometimes forget where you put your foot. We only thought what you see is what you are, forgetting that where is your foot. Let us try to improve our society in all aspects, and let us not forget that next is yours. Our forefathers, our past leaders have done what they have to do to preserve our culture, to keep our land intact, to keep our rights intact. Now, it is your turn. What are you going to leave for your next generations? Are you going to leave to the next generation a confused society, half-lost society, or a society, a strong society, a sacred society, and a bright future? Now it is your turn, it is my turn. That's why I would like to say again and again, let us not forget our past. We have to know our past, we have to know our past leaders, what they have done for our people. Now, after learning the past leaders, you will know what to do next, how to improve it. If you don't know the past, you will not know where to begin and where to end. I've taken a lot of time. This is a very rare opportunity that I have. I think it's my first time in Guwahati having interaction with our young people. So I've taken a lot of time. Please don't mind. I wish all of you a very bright future, and our Zeliangrong community, remember, become very small community because we reduce ourselves into small community because we have forgotten each other. Zeliangrong community is a big community. Let us be proud of being Zeliangrong for good things. Not for war, not for fighting, but to do good for all our neighbors. And let us continue to pray that we remain intact, helping one another, no matter wherever we are. The division of the state boundaries, our mind, our love, let us remain intact. With this, I'd like to conclude my speech. Thank you so much.